Okay. Can you discuss the role of film festivals and their impact on your career? Interesting. I wouldn't say that I am a festival director, that I'm used to going into festivals, or I wasn't before Cannes in 2014. But then, I made like 2 or 3 films before Wild Tales, and they were all released in Argentina and some other countries. The moment Wild Tales was presented in Cannes, it was, of course, a big thing, and it opened a lot of doors for me, and a lot of people from many other countries saw the films. So, they are important indeed. Yeah. Okay. What do you find most challenging and rewarding about being a filmmaker? Being able to express yourself, everything that bothers about the world, your family, your history, human relationships, the state of things. You can express all of that through stories, and there is an exorcism element of making films. If you don't make those films, you need to stay with all that, So, yeah. What film meeting person experience made you want to make films? I would say my relationship with my father, that started it all. But I would say films themselves. The moment I started to love them, I was really not that interested in anything else. Films meant the world to me. It was the best possible thing to do, to discover a new director, a new story. And I always felt way more interested in the stories than whatever was happening behind the camera. Like actors, their affairs or whatever, they never were interesting to me. But the stories, and I mean the story not just related to a film, but to the history of stories among human beings. What's the core of it all to me? All right. If you could collaborate with the person of your choice, your dreams, who would it be? Why? I can say that I already collaborated with a lot of people that I admire and like and love and I felt inspired by. No, I wouldn't mention anyone in particular. Or probably the ones that I would mention, they're not living anymore. Like, I don't know, Bernard Herrmann, let's say, for example. Why do we continue to make films today? I would say that filmmakers can't stop making them. That's what you do. That's what your life goes into each film you make. As an art form, I would say that they are very complete. Every other art leads to filmmaking, or films are composed by every other known art. Of course, you see some sort of new media and video games and VR and whatever. I think like films in 2D, the experience of sharing a dream collectively with the audience, meaningful and powerful experience for the filmmaker who's expressing whatever he's expressing and the audience who's capturing that. So compared to other art forms, I think that this one is very, very powerful, and I think filmmakers in the future will reinvent this media again and again and again, and we'll be watching films for a long while. Hola, ¿cómo les va? Soy Dàmian Szifron, soy director de cine. Estoy acá en el Festival de Luxemburgo, orgulloso y contento de estar participando de esta experiencia. Cut.